Dear students, welcome to week 12. Today I'm going to explain about the midterm test question and answer session. So first of all, if we start from question 1, where you have to convert 385, which is a decimal number, to the binary number. So in this one, what you need to do is you need to use the manual calculation method to do that calculation. So that was the main point in that, which you have to do it. For example, you need to use the method where you have to draw the number like this way. This is one of the method, but there are some other methods as well. So where you write your number and then 385 and then keep doing the calculations and then move forward. So 385. Actually, my mouse is not working for that. So then you need to divide by 2. So keep doing with that. So you know that this number zeros, ones, when you add it, it should be something like this. So that is the answer of your first question. Question 2 says that if your computer determines the destination address of a network packet is to remote network, then what does the data link layer software do with that packet? So the answer is that, because remember that data link layer job is on the with respect to MAC address, NIC card. So the data link layer replaces the MAC address to the next hop or the gateway. So that was the answer of question number 2. Question number 3 says, what is the subnet mask of the following IP address? So you know, like how to find the subnet mask. We already know that what is mean by 19. That is the number of ones. So based on that, you know that number of zeros are how many? Total are 32 bits. So 32 minus 19. So then you can get the number of zeros. So that is 13. So it's mean that 13 zeros are there. 13 zeros mean you have first, that's so there are if you see this thing, let me tell you. So we know that 8 bits are there, then 8 bits. Finally, so 8 bits, 8 bits, 8 bits, 8 bits. So it means these are all ones. So 8 ones, 8 ones. So we need to make 13 zeros. So 2 power 13. With respect to that, you will make your this subnet mask, which I already explained in week 5 several times. You can see that recording. Then how would the subnet mask 255.255.248.0 be written in CIRD notation? So again, we need to convert 248 into binary numbers. And when we see that how many number of ones are there, so we know that 255 means 8 ones. This 255 and 5 mean 8 ones, so these are 16 ones, and definitely 248 has 5 ones and then 3 zeros. So in that case, we know that 16 plus 5 is 21 ones, and the rest are the zeros. That's how we need to answer that. Again, this is a very simple question. In the following IP address, how many bits are allocated to the node, which is the host portion, not the one which is for the main computer. So basically we can see that if 15 slash 15 tell us that these are the number of ones, so number of zeros are 17, because remember that it's 32 bit. So 32 minus 15, answer is 17. Okay, question 6. Describe why peer-to-peer networks are less than ideal for campus-sized network. Campus-sized networks needs collaborative communication and file sharing facilities with servers among its users. Peer-to-peer networks can be used for collaborative communication but not for file sharing. It is not possible to share file with the central server. Any file sharing using peer-to-peer network not only flood the network but also not trustable. Each computer acts as a server to many applications and actions would crash the network. So peer-to-peer is more like, you can say that it is just one-to-one computer who are like friends-to-friends computer. You want to do some communication, that is only good when you have few computers, maybe 2 3, or just when you and your neighborhood computer want to talk to each other, then peer-to-peer network is perfect. But if you are having more than 4 5 or like more computers, then it's better to make one as a server and the rest of them are as for their host server and client relationship, and then that would works better. Otherwise too much traffic will be generated in peer-to-peer network, which is not practical. Question 7. Describe why routers require at least two network cards. At least two network cards. That was a very much discussion we have made in the class as well, because one is required to be connected to the local network and the other must be connected to the exterior network. So if the router is to be used as a gateway for outer net communication, therefore a router should always have at least two network cards to achieve the inflow and outflow of network data. So remember that in this example of our routers, the same router has two connections. One is with the inner world, one is with the outer world. So it has two network cards, and network card means two network NIC cards, two MAC addresses as well. So question 8. The following screen capture a Wireshark packet dump of an ARP request and reply. So what is the IP address of the machine that respond to the ARP request? So if you see this one, what is the request it is generated? So see, from the first packet it is saying that who has 141.132.196.68. So that was the, and who is responding? Of course that computer is responding, which is here. So it is this source 141.132.196.77 is broadcasting, and 141.132.196.68 is replying. So that was the answer of that. So the following screen capture show Wireshark packet dump of an ARP request and reply. Okay, that was actually the same thing. Okay, so this is in this question. It is on the next page. So if we go back, actually, yeah, if you see previous slide on that. So yeah, for the question number 9, if you see the answer, it is asking for the MAC address. So if you see in your question, it is saying this one. If you can see and go to recording on back, I can't go back to the previous slide due to some reason. So but when you see the recording, you can easily see what is the MAC address of that. This is the one by looking to the question number 9. Question 10. If the network layer settings suggest the source and destination computer of a web interaction are on different network, what MAC address does the data link use as the source and destination of the transmission? So see again, first of all, very importantly, when you see the question, see on which layer you are talking about. So we are on a network layer where the source and destination computers are communicating with each other on a different network. So and then see network layer and MAC address is on a layer of data link layer. So what it is saying that what MAC address does the data link use as a source and destination? So first of all, the MAC address of the router or the gateway would be the one to be used as the destination MAC address, and the source MAC address will be the MAC address of the suggested machine. So the role of the router is to send the packets through the next hop and put it to the right path in the destination. So remember that we had our discussion when we discuss data link layer. The job of the MAC address is to just having the information of the next hop only. It only knows the address of the next MAC address in his neighborhood where it's having a next jump. Uh, After that, he doesn't have that information. It is going by node by node. What is the server port of HTTPS? So that is 443. That was the answer of that. What is the flag that will be set when TCP close a connection? So FIN, which is mean finish. So that is to close our connection. That is the flag we use. Which of the following fields are part of a UDP header? So out of those four options, so user datagram protocol has the field of a destination port number. So that was the solution of first part of your midterm test. And in few other video tutorials, I will explain other questions in detail as well.